Well, my friends, the world has gone to in a handbasket. So if you have been on the hunt for tips on how to start your personal stockpile slash food storage slash emergency preparedness situation, this is the video for you. And we are going to kick it off with my friend, water. Good old high quality H2O.
And that's what I call high quality H2O.
This is the #1 thing that you need to stock up on. It is essential to life. You can go a whole lot longer without food than you can go without water. So it's good to think about how much water that your family will need and how you are going to get it and store it. Now, if you take the recommended water storage advice, being 1 gallon a day per person for 2 weeks, is 14 gallons for each person in your family. So if I have 6 people in my family times 14 gallons of water, you just carry the 1 and then add the 4. And then it just feels like too much water to store. Overwhelming if you think about running to the store and picking up however many gallons of water that is, a lot of gallons of water. And of course you can do this in any way that you want. But what I recommend is picking up a case of water, not one as small as this, and maybe not one as fancy as this Fiji water. But if you pick up a case of water at like a Costco, a Sam's, even a Walmart, it's about $3. And you pick up one every time you do your grocery shopping. So you go once a week, you get 1 case a week. You go every other week, you get 2 cases a month, and that's fine. Let's say you go once a week, you pick up 1 case of water a week. After 2 months, you have 8 cases of water in your storage. And for people that live in a hurricane environment or a place that can get blizzards and lose power, you know how important it is to have drinkable and cookable water in case of an emergency. If you don't want to get big cases of water like that, you could also pick up 1 gallon tubs of water. Dollar Tree has them for $1.25. I saw Walmart has them for $1.08. I checked today. So let's say you picked up 2 gallons a week. It only costs around $2 to $2.50 to start stocking up on your water. Now keep in mind, I am not suggesting that you go to the store and buy like 6 months worth of water or water purification tablets or something all at one time. This is a slow and systematic thing. So in a few months, you can look back on what you've done. It hasn't busted the budget, and you've slowly built up some emergency items for you and your family. Next up on your stockpile list should be some type of grain. Grains are awesome because they last basically forever. A really long shelf life. And you can pick whichever one works best for you and your family. You have wheat, like whole wheat is a standard. And you don't only have to grind it and make bread out of it. There are other things that you can do with them. You can do all kinds of flours. Keep in mind the whole wheat flour will go rancid after a while because they keep the outer part of the wheat berry when they grind it, which has oils in it. White flour lasts longer than wheat flour. You can do grits. You can do pastas. Also, whole wheat pasta doesn't last as long as white pasta. Kind of same story, and also they don't process it as much, and sometimes there's bug larvae in the pasta. Ask me how I know. Hook me up with a thumbs up for the malto meal if that is your hot cereal of choice. And you can also do oatmeal. Any one of these or an assortment of something else that I didn't show you is going to work perfectly in your long-term food storage. Bonus, all of these items are very inexpensive. Rice is another excellent option for a grain for your long-term food storage. And the same is true here as it is with the water. You're not gonna go and pick up 200 pounds of oatmeal. Although if you have a restaurant supply store, you could do that, but that is an overwhelming amount of oatmeal. Pick a few grains that your family enjoys, you know how to cook with, like rice. We like rice a lot. So maybe you're gonna pick up 5 pounds of rice this week. Next week, you'll pick up another 5 pounds of rice. So after a month, you have 20 pounds of rice. Cost you a total of $10 out of your grocery budget for the entire month. And you're slowly creating food that you can pull from in case of any kind of emergency. Whether it's illness, you can't go to the store, there's a job loss, we have some budget cuts, all kinds of reasons you might need stuff like this at your house. You could also stock up on barley. That's another good option as well, good in soups. Now, if you want to stockpile specialty ingredients or things that you just want higher quality of, for me that's canned tomato products because I'm a little picky because I normally can my own in glass jars. So I prefer a nicer, more delicious canned tomato. But anyway, if you're looking for that kind of thing for your stockpile, Don't forget to look at a place like Thrive Market, who is sponsoring today's video. They are an online grocery store, but they don't only sell groceries. They do all kinds of stuff, cleaning products, baby products, personal care, household items. But it is my favorite place to go to find specialty products. So people that live in a small town like me, or people that are eating a specific diet, whether you're keto or gluten-free, and you need to have things that work for you and your lifestyle, they are a great option. And here's the real kicker. Did you know that if you find this product cheaper somewhere else, they will match the price? You will absolutely be getting the best deal with Thrive Market. Here's what I got today. This is not a stock up. This is just because my kids adore them and I try and give them a treat sometimes. These Good Pops are literally juice, water, and fruit and vegetable juice. Like no added sugar to this. It's just fruit juice. And my kids love them. I got some more salt and pepper venison sticks. These worked really well on our last mountain biking trip. Here's my free gift. Toasted coconut cashews. Woo! I always check my email from Thrive Market because I never put in an order unless I'm getting a free item. They send me emails for free items all the time. And this was the free item today. Also got the jalapeno beef sticks. So a couple things for my personal food storage are as follows. I got 2 of this really nice cocoa powder or cacao powder. Depends on how fancy you are. I love having applesauce on hand for kids that have upset tummies or something. I find this super helpful. A ton of tomato paste. Like I said, I got the tomato products, right? So I got the tomato paste, I got whole peeled tomatoes, fire roasted diced tomatoes, and all of this packaging is 100% recyclable. If you guys want to try out Thrive Market, here's the deal they're giving you. If you go to my first link in the doobly-doo, it is thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom. They are going to give you 40%, 40% off of your first order, plus a free gift. And remember, it's a membership-based program. So if you want to go sign up, you can do that. If you do the annual membership, it's only $5 a month. But if you decide you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund all your money. So it's kind of no risk. You get 30 days to decide. Okay, I'm gonna go put away all of my Thrive Market food storage items that I picked up. Remember, thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom if you want to go check them out. 40% off your first order and a free gift. Thanks, Thrive Market, and let's get back to the other stock up tips. Spices is next on the list. Spices are next on the list. Hello, grammar. Spices are next on the list, and you technically only need 2 things. These are absolute must-haves. You have to have these items. They are salt of any kind. It doesn't matter what kind of salt you prefer, go get a whole lot of salt. Your food will not taste good if you do not have salt. Then second one is sugar. Some kind of sweetener of some kind. Don't want sugar? Go with honey. Honey lasts forever. Salt and sugar is the very next thing you should be purchasing. Now, other spices are great, and I encourage you to go buy whatever spices that you enjoy. Pepper, cumin, cinnamon, rosemary, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can use your family's taste preferences as your guide, but salt and sugar are non-negotiable. They are going to make everything else that you stock up on taste better. Now, my personal favorites as far as sugar or sweeteners are honey, because if it hasn't been processed, it does have an indefinite shelf life, and white sugar, not brown sugar. Brown sugar can get very clumpy, so I like to stick with the white sugar because it lasts longer. And for me, I prefer plain old table salt. Less than $1 a container salt for my long-term food storage. It's cheap, tastes like salt, don't need anything fancy in my long-term storage. And speaking of storage, that leads us to our last tip of the day. Now, let's talk about storage. Storing all of your food storage items. There's a lot of storage in the same sentence. Here is an option, are Mylar bags. If you put an oxygen storage packet in this, these will last basically indefinitely as long as you don't get a rodent in here picking this up. So this one's rice. There's a bunch of rice ones in here. There are a bunch of wheat over here. We have sugar up here that obviously hasn't been put in a Mylar bag, and we have these awesome storage shelves. These exact shelves I picked up from Sam's Club. They're about $100 a shelf, but they are industrial. They can hold 600 pounds per shelf. So it really goes a long way into keeping track of your food storage. Now, if you don't have a lot of space in your house for something like this, I have frequently put packets like this, containers like this, in a tote of some kind, like this, and slid it under the bed. Or you know that like top shelf of your closet where things go to die and you never look at them? You can put that up there at the top. And because things like this don't go bad for a really, really long time, 10, 20, 30 years, it's not something that you're going to have to be getting into all the time. I have buckets of wheat that have been in the bucket for over 20 years. I opened them up and they smell totally fresh and delicious, and we've been using them. Another option are food grade containers like this. Now, obviously these are smaller buckets than a large, maybe 40-pound wheat bucket that you can pick up somewhere, but I know you can get these kind of buckets at Costco. You can go to the bakery and, well, at least at Sam's Club you can. You can go to the bakery and ask the bakery if they have any leftover tubs that they keep their frosting in. These are food grade and will last a long time. So you can put your items in here, put an oxygen absorber, you can pick them up off Amazon, seal the lid, and you are good to go. And containers like this are rodent safe, pest safe, a lot more so than the Mylar bags. So if you do live in an area with pests like that could get into your stuff, this is gonna be the better bet. And look how nicely they stack. They stack so well. Of course, if you're a little more fancy, you can pick up these dehydrated chopped onions, vegetable stew containers, potatoes, what else do we have? Chocolate milk, banana chips. These are already made food storage ready in these number 10 metal cans. Will also last a long time. If you follow these tips, starting your own personal stockpile will be easy, budget friendly, and not overwhelming, hopefully. If you have any extra questions about stocking up for an emergency of any kind for you or your family, let us know down below. As a reminder, I am not telling you to go to the store and clear all of the shelves and get everything all at once right now. That is not the way to do this. It is a slow and systematic way of collecting some excess for when you need it further down the line. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Christine out.